14B District Court is now in session. This is Magistrate Hilary Braley presiding. So, things that I can tell if
There, sorry.
oh, okay. That works too. Okay. You are labeled as Zoom user. What is your
What was that?
You are labeled as Zoom user. Who are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Jack Mullins.
That's probably a case. Okay. Here. Okay, and really quickly to the device labeled iPhone parentheses 82, what is your name? Can you unmute and tell me who you are?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. The other person just dropped off.
Sorry about this. This is the first time using Zoom for me. My name is Jack Mullins.
Yes, I am aware. Thank you. Okay, you have. Okay, so give us a minute, Mr. Mullins. We will call your case momentarily.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, ma'am. On the OnePlus. Hi, can I have your name, please?
Angel Johnson.
Angel Johnson?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We're going to mute you again for a minute. We will call your case momentarily. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, once again, 14B District Court is now in session. This is Magistrate Hilary Braley presiding, now calling case number 23S00298. This is the State of Michigan versus Jack Mullins. Appearances for the record, please, starting with Attorney Plumai.
Your Honor, Assistant Public Defender Alexis Plumai appearing with and on behalf of Mr. Mullins. And Mr. Mullins, if you could say your full name one more time for the record, please.
It's Jack Mullins.
Okay, thank you. Today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. What I have is a misdemeanor complaint that charges that on or about April 19th of 2023 at 48 Oregon Street, you did make an assault or an assault and battery upon Kelsey Green, a resident or former resident of your household and or an individual with whom you have or had a dating relationship. This is otherwise known as domestic violence. Do you understand that charge?
I do.
That is a misdemeanor with a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine with court costs, or both. Do you understand that potential penalty?
I do.
Now, and it does appear that a warrant was issued for your arrest back on April 25th of 2023. Were you aware of that?
I just came aware about it as soon as I got in touch with you guys.
Okay. Okay. Attorney Plumai, did you wish? Oh, wait. First, I do see that you had the opportunity to review an advice of rights form. Do you have any questions about your rights?
No.
Okay. Attorney Plumai, do you wish to address bond?
Yes, Your Honor, in this matter, I would just be asking for a personal bond on Mr. Mullins' behalf with the standard domestic violence conditions, based on his appearance here today. And I also do see that on JIS, the 48 Oregon Street is listed as his address, so we may need to address that with regards to any potential no contact and no go-to order.
Correct. I do have a request for a no go-to order for this 48 Oregon address. Does Kelsey Green reside there?
Yes, we live together.
Okay.
We also have a 5-year-old daughter together.
Okay. Okay, then, Mr. Mullins.
Excuse me.
Your pretrial conference date is going to be set for April 15th. That will be at 9 a.m. over Zoom in front of Judge Washington. And the court will set bond with the following conditions. You are not to use or possess alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. You are not to purchase or possess any firearms, ammunition, or other dangerous weapons. You are not to have contact with Kelsey Green. And when the court says no contact, the court means no first person contact, no contact through the mail, no contact over the phone, via phone calls, text messages, emails, social media, the internet in any way, shape, or form. You may have consensual third-party contact for the purposes of childcare. You are not to go to the address of 48 Oregon Street. So if you are currently there, you are going to have to find another place to stay. You may collect your belongings. If you forget anything, if you need to come back, you will have to do so on a civil standby. That is, you will contact the police department and someone will escort you to and from the property. You are not to engage in any sort of assaultive, threatening, harassing, molesting, or intimidating or otherwise annoying behavior towards Kelsey Green or anyone else. You are not to leave the state of Michigan without the court's permission. You are not to engage in any sort of criminal activity whatsoever. and you are to appear for any and all dates set for you by the court. So that includes the next court date of April 15th. At this time, the court will set a $5,000 personal recognizance bond. Attorney Plumai, if you wish to explain.
Yep, so what that means is that you're not being required to pay any money to remain out of custody while the case is pending right now. But if you do violate any one of your bond conditions, or if you fail to appear for that April 15th court hearing over Zoom, a bench warrant would issue for your arrest and your bond would start at $5,000 from that point on.
Okay, well, I receive paperwork in the mail for that, for the court date and everything for April 19th.
15th.
15th.
Yes. But I
Okay.
am also telling you the court date right now. If for some reason you have trouble getting the paperwork, you can reach out to the public defender's office. You can also call the 14B district court. To clarify, I will recall this warrant that is currently out there.
Mr. Mullins, our attorneys are also going to give you a call before your pretrial hearing date to discuss everything with you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
And I should note as well that these conditions will be entered into the law enforcement information network. So if you come into contact with any police officers, they will have ready access to the conditions that were just set. And if they have reason to believe that you have violated one of them, or I should say, if they have probable cause to believe that you have violated one of them, they can arrest you on the spot, and you will be held for a bond violation hearing in front of the judge, who may revoke your bond and set a new, more restrictive one. So, do you understand?
I do understand, Your Honor.
Okay. And you do understand that at least until you have your hearing on April 15th, you are to have no contact and you are not to be at the 48 Oregon address.
I understand. But only exception is to get my daughter.
So you'll need to arrange that through third parties.
So through my mother or so. Okay, I understand.
Okay, then if you have no further questions, Attorney Plumai, if you don't have anything else, then this hearing is concluded, and sir, you are free to sign out of Zoom.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Now calling case number 22T00304. This is Ypsilanti Township versus Angel Johnson. Appearances for the record, starting with Attorney Plumai, please.
Your Honor, Assistant Public Defender Alexis Plumai appearing with and on behalf of Ms. Johnson. And Ms. Johnson, if you could just unmute and state your full name one more time for the record.
Angel Johnson.
Thank you. Today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. So I do see that on February 14th, you appeared in front of me. You were ordered to go to community corrections within 48 hours. Did you do that?
Yes.
Okay. But I do see that you failed to appear for your pretrial date that was scheduled for March 13th, and therefore a bench warrant issued for your arrest. So, what happened?
I had my phone broke, so I had got a new one, and I had forgot to call to give y'all my number to update it.
Pluma, do you wish to address bond?
Yes, Your Honor, it looks like this is a traffic offense because Ms. Johnson has appeared here today. I would request a personal bond on her behalf. And Ms. Johnson, I would just advise that if anything like that happens again, you can Google the 14B District Court in Ypsilanti and get that phone number. And just call the court to make sure that you're not missing anything.
Okay.
Hey, Cam.
Okay, your next pre-trial date is going to be April 24th. That will be at 9 a.m. over Zoom in front of Judge Washington. Because of your appearance today, recall the bench warrant. If you fail to appear for the pretrial on April 24th and are set for an arraignment in front of me again, I will not be recalling the next bench warrant. Okay, so I will recall this one, but show up for your court date on April 24th.
Okay.
Okay. So again, it's over Zoom. It's at 9 a.m. You know you've got a court date coming up. If you forget the date or lose the paperwork or what have you, you can call the public defender's office. You can call the 14B district court. Okay.
Okay.
So at this time, I am recalling the bench warrant. And the court will set a personal recognizance bond. But I am going to set $15,000 personal recognizance bond. So once again, you don't have to pay anything, but if you miss this April 24th court date, then a bench warrant will issue once again, and the bond will start at $15,000. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, continue going to community corrections. None of the other bond conditions are changing.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Attorney Plumai, do you have anything else?
No, thank you.
And Ms. Johnson, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, so if you've got paperwork from the court, it does have our phone number on it, but if you're saying that your information has changed, then my suggestion is to call the court and do an updated contact information form. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, if you don't have any questions, then your hearing is concluded. You are free to sign out of Zoom. You've got your next court date of April 24th.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I think it's mine. Let's see.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Give me just a moment. Okay, now calling case number 21W002664B. This is the Township of Ypsilanti versus Mimi Tran. Appearances for the record, please, starting with the attorney.
Your Honor, Assistant Public Defender Alexis Plume appearing with and on behalf of Ms. Tran. And Ms. Tran, if you could just state your full name for the record.
It's Mimi Hong Yang Trang.
Thank you. Today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. What I have is a citation dated September 10th of 2021 that charges that on or about that date you did operate a motor vehicle on Gulf Side at or near Washtenaw with no operator's license on your person, or you did fail to display your license. Do you understand that charge?
What's in here?
Okay. Yes, I can see that. But do you understand the charge as I read it to you? Ms. Train?
Yes.
Okay. Did you understand the charge?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. That is a misdemeanor with a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine with court costs, or both. Do you understand that potential penalty?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Attorney Pluma, do you wish to address bond?
Your Honor, in this instance, I would just be requesting a personal bond based on the nature of the offense and my client's appearance here today. And it looks like she does at this time have a valid driver's license.
It does. Okay, thank you. Just a moment.
Ma'am. Yes, I had a question that the Secretary of State, the showing I have the driver license since I were 16, but when I pull over that I didn't have my purse with me, so I don't have my driver license during that time when the cop pulled me over.
Yes, and I understand. Part of the issue here is that you were set for an arraignment back in 2021 multiple times and missed all of your court dates. So there is currently a bench warrant for your arrest. I will recall that.
Yeah, I'm so sorry because during the COVID and I did get so busy, I didn't keep a track, and I don't know anything about the court date, anything for that until that cop pulled me over last time.
Okay. Okay, I am going to set your next court date, which will be a pre-trial for April 23rd, 2024. On that date, the township prosecutor will be there, and once you inform him that you have a valid license, then he may be willing to work something out at that point.
Yes, thank you. Cause my license is again.
Yes,
So.
I am aware. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
this pre-trial will be set for April 23rd. That will be at 9 a.m. over Zoom in front of me. And at this time, the court will set a personal recognizance bond in this matter. So, okay.
Thank you.
You are welcome, Attorney Plumey. Do you have anything else?
No, Ms. Tran, we'll, our office will contact you before that pretrial hearing. But as long as you have your license, we should be able to help you out.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Why you need to turn
Sign out of Zoom.
We are good to leave.
Yes.
Thank you. Have a good.
Now calling case number 18W003147A and B. These are the Township of Ypsilanti versus Precious Terman. Appearances for the record, please.
Your Honor, Assistant Public Defender Alexis Plumey appearing with and on behalf of Ms. Terman on the case ending in A. And Ms. Terman, if you could just state your full name for the record.
Precious Terman.
Okay, thank you. So today is the date and time set for show cause hearings in both of these matters. So. UJS. Okay, sorry, and thank you, because I do not currently, I do see that your license is valid at this point. We are pulling up your balance. Okay, so your balance for both of these matters is $900 even.
What?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I'm just shocked for this is 1 or 2 tickets.
That's a balance of
So
$900.
It's one ticket with two counts.
Two
So,
counts of what?
for the matter ending in A, that was driving while license suspended, revoked, or denied. And for the count ending in B, that was disobeying a traffic control device. These are both back from 2018.
Yeah. So do either of those charges hold points? Like, will I get points because of these tickets?
These presumably defaulted quite a while ago at this point, so any points that would have been assessed presumably would have been assessed by now.
Okay.
So
So the answer is no. It's no points.
not
I just wanted to be clear.
okay. So points are a matter of the Secretary of State. So if you have points on your license, you would need to ask them.
Okay.
I'm sure that at some point points were assessed for these, but they're from 2018. Okay, so at this point, we're just dealing with the fines and costs that are owed, which total $900. How much time do you need to pay that?
I would like to ask for as much time as possible right now. I am employed, but I'm currently on a medical leave right now.
What I will do. So what I will do, because this is your first appearance in front of me, I will set you out to July 30th.
Okay.
That is as far out as I am scheduling show cause hearings right now. I would
Okay.
like to see some sort of progress made on these between now and then.
Okay.
Okay, you can make partial payments to the 14B district court. You can bring them in, you can mail them, however you want to do it. But between now and July 30th, I do want to see some sort of effort made to pay these down at least somewhat. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So that court date again is July 30th. That will be at 9 a.m. over Zoom.
So, can I ask a question?
Yes, you may.
So I know you said that these are owed and that points are held by Secretary of State. So the points would have already been issued on my license, or will it be something current, like them issuing points as I pay these tickets? I'm only asking because I'm concerned because of my job. I can't have any points, so I might potentially lose my job if I have points. That's why I'm asking if the points had already been issued on my license because these are old tickets, or will this come up now?
No, and I'm not seeing any points.
Okay.
So it was DWS and disobeying a traffic signal, but everything on here says 0.
Awesome. That's all I was concerned about, was if I was going to lose my job or not.
Assuming if they were on there, they would have dropped off by now. This is saying there isn't anything. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing anything that says you have any points at this time.
Okay.
Like I said, these defaulted all the way back in 2018, so it's been a decent amount of time.
Okay. Thank you. And the court date was July 30th at what time?
9 a.m. over Zoom. If you call the 14B district court, you can get set up with text reminders, if that's something that would be helpful.
Okay. Will
But
it be the same Zoom link, like the number?
Yes, it
Okay.
should be, but just in case, if you lose the paperwork or forget or whatever might happen, you can call the 14B district court. They can give you the information at that point too. Okay?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No.
Then this hearing is concluded and you are free to sign out of Zoom.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now calling case number 23S4313199. This is the state of Michigan versus Kitana McSwain Ford. Ms. McSwain Ford, can you please unmute and state your name for the record?
Kitana McSwain Ford.
Thank you very much. Today is the date and time set for a show cause hearing in this matter. This was a citation dated December 13th of 2023 that charges that at about 9:05 p.m. on that date, you did operate a motor vehicle on eastbound Michigan Avenue at Ecorse Road over the speed limit.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
Okay. So. I don't have JS open. Can you, sorry. And I could. Give me just a moment and I'll have your balance for you.
Okay.
130. Okay. So your balance at this time is $130. How much time do you need to pay that?
Can I get a month?
Yes. Okay.
Was it points for that ticket as well?
So I am showing 3 points on your license. But
From
that
just
is
that or
from,
just
no, that's from, I don't think that's from that. Okay. No, I'm not seeing. Actually, I'm not seeing this on the. Where's this printed? Take a look at that. I'm not seeing it on there. Ah, okay. Okay, so you've currently already got 3 points on your license. It sounds like this might add 1 or possibly 2 more. Okay, but you'll need to reach out to the Secretary of State because the court doesn't handle points.
okay.
So what I am going to do is set you for a show cause hearing on April 30th. That will be at 9 a.m. over Zoom in front of me. If the amount is paid in full by that date, then that hearing will be canceled. You won't have to come. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. And just for your reference, it looks like you have bench warrants out of the 23rd district in Taylor, the 20th district in Dearborn, and the 18th district, which is Westland. Okay. Okay, then if you don't have any further questions, you've got your next court date, April 30th, 9 a.m. over Zoom. You are free to sign out of Zoom.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Now calling case number 24T00063. This is Ypsilanti Township versus Johnny Barney. Appearances for the record, please, starting with the attorney.
Honor, Assistant Public Defender Alexis Plumai appearing with and on behalf of Mr. Barney. And Mr. Barney, if you could just state your full name for the record.
Johnny Charles Barney.
Okay, thank you very much. So today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. What I have is a misdemeanor complaint that charges that on or about January 28th of 2024 at Grove and Emmerich, you did operate a motor vehicle in a place open to the general public or generally accessible to motor vehicles while under the influence of alcohol and or having an alcohol content of 0.17 grams or more per 100 milliliters of blood. This is otherwise known as operating while intoxicated. Do you understand that charge?
Yes.
Okay. And because that was operating while intoxicated with a BAC of 0.17 or more, the maximum penalty for that is up to 180 days in jail, a $700 fine with court costs, or both. Do you understand that potential penalty?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And did you have a chance to review an advice of rights form?
Yes.
So I am going to tell you, you have the following basic rights. You have the right to remain silent because anything you say, whether out loud or in writing, can be used against you in court. You have the right to a trial by judge or by jury. You have the right to be presumed innocent beyond a reasonable doubt. And you have the right to be represented by an attorney during all stages of these proceedings. That is why the public defender is here today. Do you have any questions about your rights?
No.
Attorney Plumai, do you wish to address bond?
Yes, Your Honor. Based on Mr. Barney's appearance here today and the nature of the charge, I would just be requesting a personal bond on his behalf. And Mr. Barney, I will just let you know that the general policy with regards to OWIs is that you would be required to do some form of substance testing.
You can't fight that in court. I mean, in trial. You did it. You plead guilty.
But
You got busted DUI.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know who's talking in the background. Okay, but try to stay quiet, please. So. Yep. Okay. So your pretrial date will be April 24th. That will be at 9 a.m. over Zoom in front of Judge Washington. And the court will set bond with the following conditions. You are not to use or possess alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. You are to report to community corrections within 24 hours of right now for drug and alcohol testing. You will need $12 and a photo ID. Do you know where community corrections is?
yes.
Okay. You are not to leave the state of Michigan without the court's permission. You are not to engage in any sort of criminal activity whatsoever. And you are to report for any and all dates set for you by the court. So that includes obviously the April 24th court date. That does also include going to community corrections. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. At this time, the court will set a $5,000 personal recognizance bond. Attorney Plumai.
So what that means is that you are not being required to pay any money right now to remain out of custody while your case is pending. But if you violate the conditions of your bond, so if you don't report for testing or if you miss that next court date, it'll be over Zoom. Then a bench warrant would issue for your arrest and your bond would start at $5,000 from that point.
Do you have any questions?
No.
You, then in that case, this hearing is concluded and you are free to sign out of Zoom.
Thank you.
Hello, how you doing today?
I am okay. Thank you for asking.
This is for Bridget Whitaker, correct?
Yes, give us just a moment to pull your case, please.
Okay, no problem. I was just trying to make sure. I didn't want to interrupt anything else you had going on.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you for your patience. Now calling case numbers 21S00114 and 21S00345. These are the State of Michigan versus Bridget Whitaker. Appearances for the record, starting with the attorney, please.
Your Honor, Assistant Public Defender Alexis Plumai appearing with and on behalf of Ms. Whitaker. And Ms. Whitaker, if you could just unmute and state your full name one more time.
Hello, how you doing this morning? Well, this afternoon, my name is Bridget Whitaker.
Thank you. So today is the date and time set for an arraignment in both of these matters. What I am seeing is that the terms of your probation were allegedly violated, in that you failed to complete community service, failed to attend a MAD VIP, failed to attend the DV group at Safe House, failed to complete an assessment at Community Corrections, and failed to drug and alcohol test as ordered. Attorney Plumai, do you wish to address bond?
Yes, Your Honor, based on Ms. Whitaker's appearance here today, and I'm assuming her desire to get this taken care of, I would ask that the bench warrants on both of these cases be recalled, and would also ask for a personal bond. I believe since it's been quite a while, she will have to be reordered to testing at Community Corrections, and would also recommend that she get in touch with probation and our office as soon as possible.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Whitaker, I've got a phone number for you ending in 8234. Is that still correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So I am going to give you your next court date. That will be a hearing on the violation of probation on April 8th. That will be at 9 a.m. That's okay. That will be at 9 a.m. over Zoom before Judge Washington. Because of your appearance here today, I will recall the bench warrants. And I will set your bond with the following conditions. You are not to use or possess alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. You are to report to Community Corrections within the next 24 hours for drug and alcohol testing. You will need $12 and a photo ID. Do you know where Community Corrections is?
No, you said within the next 24 hours, like so tomorrow.
So they're open until I think 4:30 today, but so long as you get there before they close tomorrow, yes.
Okay, I can see if my mama will take me up there. Okay.
You are not to leave the state of Michigan without the court's permission. You are not to engage in any sort of criminal activity, and you are to report for any and all dates set for you by the court. So that includes the violation of probation hearing on April 8th. That also means going to Community Corrections within 24 hours.
Okay.
Also, I do want you to reach out to our probation department.
Can I get that telephone number?
734.
One moment, please. Okay, I'm ready for it. 734.
483 7336. Okay, and you have a different agent than the one to whom you were originally sentenced. Okay.
I'm not for sure. I never got any paperwork.
No, I'm telling you that you have a different probation agent than the one that you had previously. Okay.
I mean, what? Okay, I don't know the one previously. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
What?
Well, don't don't worry about it because you have a new one, and Ms. Straub.
Her name is what again? Is that with a MRS or
No, Ms. Straub is STRAUB.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Probation. And at this time, the court is setting a $10,000 personal recognizance bond in this matter. So Attorney Plumai, can you explain that?
So what that means is that you don't have to pay any money right now to remain out of custody while your case is going on. But if you miss your next court date on the 8th, or if you don't report to community corrections for testing, then a bench warrant would issue for your arrest and your bond would start at $10,000 at that point.
Okay.
Okay.
Understandable.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
No. I spoke with someone. They already let me know what's my next steps and what to do. I definitely appreciate it. During it, I can speak on my behalf and say during this time of my probation, I was in a coma. So my son was, but I actually talked to the Judge Washington, in the hospital when I came to. So yeah, it's a lot, but I'm gonna follow protocol. I ain't trying to make no hassle for anybody. I have kids to take care of, especially I have a disabled son. That's the reason I was in the hospital in the coma as well, because he barely didn't make it. I barely didn't make it. He was born at 23 weeks old. So yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna get it in order. I appreciate your time for today.
okay. Well, you are welcome, and you've got your next court date. If you forget or if you have any questions, obviously you can reach out to the public defender's office. You can also call the 14B district court.
Okay.
And you are free. Excuse me.
Bless you.
You are free to sign out of Zoom. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, I have a question. The public defender, do I have a lawyer on my case as well? Because I had spoke with someone when it very first happened, but not when it very first happened. When I just got this new court date, I spoke with someone. It wasn't a lawyer, but she just let me know basically what I need to look forward to. So do I have someone on that end?
Yeah, you'll be assigned an attorney from our office. So if you want to give our office a call, the Washington County Public Defender, you'll be put in touch with your assigned attorney. And I'm not sure who you spoke to from our office. It may have been one of our clerks or legal aides. But if you give our office a call, they will put you in touch with your assigned attorney.
Okay, may I have that telephone number?
Yeah, are you ready for it?
Mm-hmm.
It is 734 222 6970.
Okay. Any extensions or no?
No, when you call, one of our clerks will answer the phone and you can just give them your name, and they will be able to tell you who your assigned attorney is and patch you over to them.
Okay, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Ms. Whitaker, you are free to sign out of Zoom. Now
All right.
calling case number 20S00640 as well as 23W002665. That the matter ending in 640 is the State of Michigan versus Emily McKinney. And the matter ending in 665 is the Township of Ypsilanti versus Emily McKinney. Appearances for the record, please, starting with the attorney.
Your Honor, Assistant Public Defender Alexis Plumai appearing with and on behalf of Miss McKinney. And Miss McKinney, if you could state your full name. It does look like she retained an attorney on this file, so I'm not sure.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is Emily McKinney. My attorney passed away.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Judge Washington was aware of his death in the last couple of court dates I had with her, as well as the prosecutor. I was discharged from probation back in April of last year. And I missed my court date. I had the wrong date. I have proof of it being texted to me. And I missed my court date with Judge Washington. I was supposed to appear for payments.
Okay. Okay, Ms. McKinney. So today is the date and time set for an arraignment in the state matter. And that was for the failure to appear and failure to respond, and then failure to make any payments. So I do see that a bench warrant issued on March 19th. The township matters set for a show cause hearing. So, Attorney Plumai, do you wish to address bond in the state matter?
Yes, Your Honor. I would just request a personal bond on Miss McKinney's behalf, based on her explanation and her appearance here today and willingness to get this taken care of.
Okay, Ms. McKinney, I am showing a total balance for you of $1,260. Are you still there?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm assuming that you need some time to pay that off.
Yes, Your Honor. I do.
So what I will do is set a show cause hearing date for you on July 30th. That will be at
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say that'll be at 9 a.m. over Zoom in front of me. And did you have a question?
Yes. What, am I ever gonna go back to see Judge Washington or just you?
So for now, you're just being set for a show cause hearing in front of me.
Okay.
Generally speaking, you know, so long as you're making payments and nothing else happens, you won't need to go back in front of the judge. If you aren't making payments or if you fail to appear a number of times, then you would be set for a contempt hearing in front of the judge.
Okay.
Okay. I am recalling the bench warrant.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, if you need to, there is a form on the 14B District Court website that you can fill out regarding your finances, so that I can take that into consideration at our next hearing if necessary. If you're able to get the full amount paid off before that next court date, then that hearing would be canceled. If not, then I do at least want to see some sort of progress towards it. Okay?
Yes, I have a question. Am I able to call the court clerks and they can help me navigate through the website to get that form?
Yes. Yes, that's something that you can do. Okay? I
right,
will say
thank you.
that if you Google the 14B District Court, our website comes up, and it's a very small website. So it's basically on the first page of the website, but they should be able to talk you through it as well. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You've got your next court date, July 30th, 9 a.m. over Zoom in front of me. You will get notice, and if you got text messages for this court date, you should get them.
Yes, I did.
Good. So you should get those again. Okay. Do you have
Right.
any questions?
No, I don't. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. And yeah, this is just okay. Then if there's nothing else, Attorney Plumai, do you have anything else?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, bye.
Bye. This hearing is concluded. Now calling case number 23S00070. This is the State of Michigan versus Michelle Tubbs. Appearances for the record, please, starting with the attorney.
Honor, Assistant Public Defender Alexis Plumai appearing with and on behalf of Ms. Tubbs. And Ms. Tubbs, if you could unmute and state your full name.
Michelle Tubbs.
Thank you. Today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. Give me just a moment. So what I have is a misdemeanor complaint that charges that on or about September 25th of 2022 at 1107 South Harris Road, apartment 103. You did make an assault or an assault and battery upon Kathleen Gandley or Gandy. I have it spelled two different ways. Gandley or Gandy. So that is otherwise known as assault or assault and battery. Do you understand that charge?
Yes.
That is a misdemeanor with a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine with court costs, or both. Do you understand that potential penalty?
Yes.
And I do see a signed advice of rights form in the file. Do you have any questions about your rights?
No.
Thank you, Attorney Plumai.
Your Honor, I would just be asking for a personal bond on Ms. Tubbs' behalf. It does look like this occurred a few years ago, and also just based on her appearance here today and her willingness to get this taken care of.
Thank you. Okay. At this time, I will set the pretrial date for May 2nd. That will be at 9 a.m. over Zoom before Judge Washington. And the court will set bond with the following conditions. You are not to use or possess alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. You are not to purchase or possess a firearm, ammunition, or other dangerous weapons. You are not to have any contact with Kathleen Gandy or Gandley. And you are not to go to her address. And to be clear, when the court says do not go, the court does not care if you are personally invited to go to her address. You do not go. You are not to engage in any sort of assaultive, threatening, intimidating, harassing, molesting, stalking, or otherwise annoying behavior towards this person or anyone else. You are not to engage in any sort of criminal activity whatsoever, and you are to appear for any and all dates set for you by the court, the next one being that May 2nd date over Zoom. At this time, court will set a personal recognizance bond and recall the bench warrant. Attorney Plumai, do you have anything else?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
And Ms. Tubbs, do you have any questions?
No, excuse me, no, I do not.
Okay, thank you. Then, if you don't have any questions, and Attorney Plumai, you don't have anything else, then ma'am, you are free to sign out of Zoom. You've got your next court date.
Yes, I do have one question. Well, I'm gonna have an attorney, right? How do I get in touch with them? Whoever it's gonna be.
You can give our office a call. It's the Washtenaw County Public Defender's Office if you Google it, or I can give you the phone number right now.
I could just Google it. I
Okay.
get it. All right. Is that it?
Yep, just give them a call and give them your name and they'll patch you through to your assigned attorney.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
All right.
You're done. We will go right here and lead the meeting. You're good to go.
Are you connected to audio? Okay. OSHA Sewell, you can hear me?
Yes, I can. I can hear you.
Now calling case number 17T00285. This is Ypsilanti Township versus OSHA Sewell. Appearances for the record, please.
O'Shea Fitzgerald Sewell Jr.
And Your Honor, Assistant Public Defender Alexis Plumai appearing with and on behalf of Mr. Sewell.
Okay, thank you. So today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. What I am seeing is after failing to appear and failing to make payments, a bench warrant was issued for your arrest back on September 19th of 2023. So, Attorney Plumine.
Your Honor, based on Mr. Sewell's appearance here today, I would be requesting a personal bond on his behalf and recall of the bench warrant in this matter. It does appear that he is living in a different time zone at the moment, so I'm not sure if that contributed, or perhaps he wasn't aware of the dates, but based on his appearance here today and willingness to get this taken care of, I would just be requesting a personal bond again.
Okay, Mr. Sewell, are you currently in Arizona?
Yes, I live in I live in Arizona, and the reason why I missed my payments is because of I lost my job at the time, and I live in a different county north of Flagstaff, Arizona. So now I got myself back together and got a good job now, so I'm ready to get back on track with my payments. But I would like to get them to like $50 a month if possible, because my license is good here. It's just that when I try to go take a picture, because I lost my license, they said I couldn't take a picture or get anything because of Ypsilanti Township.
Ah, okay. So first, at this time, I will recall the bench warrant based on your appearance here today. What I will do is set a show cause hearing for July 30th. So that will be a date for us to check in and see what sort of progress you've made towards making payments. I am showing your current balance as $1,575.
Oh.
Okay. And it does appear that that has come down somewhat from the initial.
Oh.
Okay, so keep making progress on it. Okay. So your next court date again, that will be July 30th, 2024. That will be, they're set for 9 a.m.
Let me make sure. I'm gotta check that time zone.
Yes, yeah, because unfortunately, those are the only times that I have show cause hearings scheduled for. So I realize that you're going to be waking up rather early that day. But
I think it's like 4, 5,
yeah,
6 a.m. or something for me.
Okay, so I will say that if you are able to pay that amount in full before that date, that court date will be canceled. And you won't have
I
to
don't
come.
think I can make the full payment.
Okay.
That's I want to be back on the payment plan of $50 a month for like the reinstatement because I can't. I'm scared to even drive out here. That's why I want to be back on the pavement and try to just make the most as I can. I'm starting out. I want to start off at 50, but as I go, try to put more towards it because I can't do anything here. I don't want an ID. My driver's license is good here. It's just the state of Michigan.
So when you went to the DMV out there, did they tell you it was, what did they say was keeping them from?
Well, the DMV don't tell you much. They just tell you to call this number, which I already knew what it was. What was holding me up. But they told me to call this number, and they just said you can't get your driver's license. I'm not suspended in the state of Arizona, just that.
Well, and so I'm not seeing, and this doesn't mean that I am correct, so you may want to check with the Secretary of State. I am not seeing that anything is keeping like a suspension on you on your driving record, so I'm speculating that it's the warrants.
Okay.
So you also have warrants out of the 41st district, which is Sterling Heights, the 19th district, which is Dearborn, the 50th district, which is Pontiac, the 36th in Detroit. Okay.
All of them should have been canceled once they did that once release of everything. I know that they did that 1 year. Because when I called all of them, they said everything was basically squashed. It was just the state of, the Ypsilanti court. Because I've been called them and everything was fine.
Okay, so this was just printed on March 21st. I don't know if what you did was between then and now, but you may want to check in because this is showing warrants out of all the courts that I just told you.
I haven't been anywhere in the state of Arizona ever since.
So, I don't know, but it's, like I said, it's showing a number of warrants. Presumably you can get more information potentially from the Public Defender's Office, Attorney Flumai.
Yes, if you want to give us a call, we can help you out. I would reach out to the DMV in Arizona after a few days, because if it was just the bench warrant on this case that was preventing you from getting your license, then now that the bench warrant is recalled, you may be able to go and get your photo taken.
Will I be back on the payments? I do have to do all that in full. Or will you guys
just make payments as you can make them. We got the court date for July 30th. I do want to see some sort of progress made. As I said, the balance is 1,575. So you're not going to get a piece of paper with a specific payment plan listed on it. Just make payments as you are able to.
Okay. Would you guys send out something so I don't know what to make the payments? I remember I used to have that paper, but can you send out something else for that?
Call the 14B district court. Okay, you can do that as soon as you hang up here.
Okay.
Call and talk to the clerks. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. And we will see you July 30th over Zoom.
Okay. Thank you.
Tracy Hoskins is still not connected. You need to connect to audio, touch the screen, and look for the buttons. Touch your screen and look at the Mr. James, sorry, that's not directed at you. So we'll see if she figures it out. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now calling case numbers 14W000844A and 23W002261. Those are the Township of Ypsilanti versus Gregory James. Appearances for the record, please.
Your Honor, Assistant Public Defender Alexis Pluma appearing with and on behalf of Mr. James on the case ending in 6-1. And Mr. James, if you could unmute and state your full name.
Gregory James.
Okay, thank you. Today is the okay. Do you have YouTube on or something? Because we've got an echo. Okay. Today's the date and time set for an arraignment in the matter ending in 6-1. What I am seeing is a citation dated May 20th, 2023 that charges that on or about that date you did operate a motor vehicle on Michigan Avenue at or near Burbank Avenue with no license. Do you understand that charge? You need to unmute and tell me yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That is a misdemeanor with a maximum penalty of up to 90 days in jail, a $100 fine with court costs, or both. Do you understand that potential penalty?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And I am seeing that a bond was posted on February 15th.
Yeah.
So, okay. Thank you. Attorney Plumine.
Your Honor, with regards to bond, based on the nature of the charge and Mr. James' appearance here today, I would just request a personal bond on his behalf.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. James, I am seeing that your license is still showing as expired.
Yeah, I don't have a license. I've never had one.
Ah, okay. That might be your state ID that's expired then.
No, that's I just renewed that in January.
Okay.
The lady had wrote me a chauffeur's license that I had a chauffeur's license. I had a permit at the time. But they wrote me a chauffeur's license. Like I had a chauffeur's I don't know why she did that.
Well, I should note that if you don't have a license, then you should not be driving.
I had a permit.
Okay. Okay, so what are you trying to do now? Are you trying to get your license? Do you have a permit again? What is
I
going
just gotta go. I gotta go redo the permit. But yeah, I'm in the process of getting my license.
Okay.
But that's why I didn't understand how they kept saying it was suspended when I never had them.
So I don't know. That would be more of a question for the Secretary of State, I believe. In any case,
Okay.
what I will do you have any appointments set up with the Secretary of State yet?
No, they do walk-ins.
Okay. What I will do is set you for a pre-trial date on June 25th. So that should give you enough time to get things straightened out as far as trying to get your license. Yes, they're both township. Okay, yes, the township prosecutor will be there that day. So if you've got your license at that point, you may be able to work something out with him. Attorney Plumine, do you have anything else?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
You and Mr. James, do you have any questions?
No.
You then, at this time, the court will, and you've already posted bond, so, okay. Okay, then this hearing is concluded. You are free to sign out of Zoom.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Ms. Hoskins, you need to connect to audio. Touch your screen and look at the buttons at the bottom. Anthony Coppins.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay. Now calling case number 24S434308 A, B, and C. These are the State of Michigan versus Anthony Cotton. Appearances for the record, please.
Your Honor, Assistant Public Defender Alexis Pluma appearing with and on behalf of Mr. Cotton on the case ending in A. And Mr. Cotton, if you could unmute and state your name for the record.
This is Anthony Cotton.
Much so, today is the date and time set for an arraignment in the matter ending in A. What I have is a citation that charges that on or about March 2nd of 2024, you did operate a motor vehicle on West Michigan Avenue at or near Hewitt Road, excuse me, while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied. That is a misdemeanor with a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine with court costs, or both.
Okay,
No, Ms. Hoskins, now I'm in the middle of a different case. Thank you. Stay muted for the moment. Mr. Cotton, Did you understand the charge as I read it to you?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and did you understand or did you hear all of the maximum penalty? 93 days, $500 plus court costs.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Attorney Plumai.
Your Honor, based on Mr. Cotton's appearance here today, I would just be requesting a personal bond on his behalf.
Okay. You. Okay, so I am seeing, Mr. Cotton, at this time that your license is revoked. Are you working on getting that back?
As of right now, I'm just waiting for the time period to pass. I was revoked for 5 years, so just gotta wait.
When is that period up?
I believe 2027, 28.
Okay. Then what I am going to do based on that is set your pretrial. Well, actually, this is a state case, so I have to do that anyway. Never mind. So your next court date is going to be in front of the judge. And that will be on May 2nd.
I can't, so it won't be over Zoom. I have to come to
It'll be over
Ypsilanti.
Zoom. It will be over Zoom.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So May 2nd, 2024, 9 a.m. over Zoom. And based on your appearance here today, I will set a PR bond in this matter. It will be a $5,000 personal recognizance bond. So Attorney Plumai.
Yep. So what that means is that you don't have to pay any money right now to remain out of custody while your case is pending. But if you don't make it to that next court date on May 2nd, a bench warrant may be issued for your arrest. And at that point, your bond would start at $5,000.
Okay.
Okay. And do you have any questions?
No, ma'am. I'll be there.
Thank you. Then, if you don't have anything else, Attorney Plumai.
No, thank you.
You and Mr. Cotton, if you don't have any questions, then this hearing is concluded. You are free to sign out.
So they would send me a notice in the mail and a text message, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Yep.
that was it.
Okay. And then, if there's nothing else, you are free to sign out.
All right. Thanks.
Okay. Ms. Hoskins.
Yes.
Now calling case number 19FB1673. This is the State of Michigan versus Tracy Hoskins. Appearances for the record, please.
Your Honor, Assistant Public Defender Alexis Plumai appearing with and on behalf of Ms. Hoskins. And Ms. Hoskins, if you could state your full name one more time for the record.
Tracy Hoskins.
Okay, thank you. So today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. I am seeing that a bench warrant issued back on August 26th of 2019 for your failure to appear. And there have been multiple dates set for arraignments between then and now. Attorney Plumai.
Yes, Your Honor, based on her appearance here today, I would be requesting a personal bond for Ms. Hoskins. I believe our office did previously withdraw in this case due to a conflict. And it looks like Ms. Hoskins might be living in South Carolina based on the information in JIS. So not sure if that would have something to do with perhaps not being aware of the court date.
Okay. Ms. Hoskins, are you currently in
Yes.
South Carolina?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And I've got a phone number for you ending in 2429. Is that correct?
Yes.
And it looks like you're currently enrolled in text message reminders. So.
Yes.
So I'm noting that this was failure to appear and failure to comply with bond conditions. I'm not seeing that you were ever actually sentenced in this matter. Okay, so your next court date is going to be May 2nd.
Okay. I was wondering, can I pay the fine?
Well, so at this point, if I am reading all of this correctly, you've never actually been sentenced in this. So I don't believe any of your fines or costs or anything are actually like totally. Yeah, you're gonna have to call the probation department here.
Okay.
Okay. Preferably as soon as you hang up.
Okay. What time do they close?
4:30.
Okay.
Okay. And given that, well, no, she can speak with Ms. Walls, correct? Okay, so yeah, you should call the probation department and speak with their coordinator because you need to set up a pre-sentencing interview.
Okay.
Okay. Here, give me just a moment. Okay, and at this time, so the next court date is going to be on May 2nd. And that would be for a bond violation and possibly sentencing hearing. And that will be over Zoom before Judge Washington. at 9 a.m. Oh, excuse me, 10 a.m.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Based on your appearance here today, I will recall the bench warrant. And I will set bond with the following conditions. You are not to use or possess alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. You are not to engage in any sort of criminal activity whatsoever. And you are to appear for any and all dates set for you by the court, the next one being this May 2nd court date. If you fail to appear, if you violate any of the other conditions, then a bench warrant may issue for your arrest once again. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, Attorney Plumai, do you have anything else?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
And at this time, Ms. Hoskins, if you don't have any questions, then you are free to sign out of Zoom. But you do,
Okay,
I should say, do you have the phone number for probation here?
No, I don't.
Okay, do you have something to write it down with?
Yes.
Okay, and you're ready?
Yes.
734
Uh-huh.
483 okay, 7336.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So do reach out to the probation department today. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. You are free to sign out of Zoom.
Bye-bye.
Now calling case number 23W004520. This is the Township of Ypsilanti versus Jerry Lawson.
Hello,
Hi, state your name for the record, please.
Jerry Lawson.
Okay, thank you. So today is the date and time set for a show cause hearing in this matter. This was a citation dated November 24th of 2023 that charged that you did operate a motor vehicle on Holmes at or near Peabody whilst going over the speed limit. You were cited for going 1 to 5 over. It appears that this this matter defaulted. So today's the date and time set for the show cause hearing. Let's see what your balance is. Your balance is $120. When can you have that paid?
I was trying to see if I can have it extended, if I can extend the time and to like 3 weeks.
Okay, so what I will do is set you for another show cause hearing on April 30th. Okay. So on if you get the full $120 paid off before that court date, that hearing will be canceled. You won't have to come. All right.
Okay. All right.
Okay, that will be at 9 a.m. over Zoom in front of me.
Oh, what's the date again? I'm sorry.
April 30th.
Okay.
The last day in April.
Okay.
Okay. Feel free to call the 14B District Court. If you forget, they can set you up for text message reminders.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Then we will see you on April 30th unless it's paid in full.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. To the device labeled Ms. Days, could you please unmute for a moment so that I can confirm who you are?
Yes.
And are you Leah Days?
Yes.
Now calling case number 23W004786. This is the Township of Ypsilanti versus BRALEY'S. Can you please state your name for the record?
Bria Days.
So, date and time set for a show cause hearing in this matter. What I have is a citation dated December 20th of 2023 that charges that on or about that date you did operate a motor vehicle on South Huron Street at or near Brinker Street with no proof of insurance. Actually, that was a citation. Sorry, excuse me. With an expired plate. Sorry, the no proof of insurance was a warning. Forget I said that. So this is for the expired plate. And it appears that that defaulted. So you have a balance of $205.
Okay. I haven't paid by April 15th.
Okay. So then I will set you for a show cause hearing on April 30th. And if everything is paid in full before that court date, it will be canceled and you won't have to come. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you very much. And
Thank you.
if you're paying in full, you can pay it on the 14B District Court website. Right?
Okay. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good afternoon.
You too.
Okay. To the device labeled Nicole Hernandez, can you tell me what case you're on? Nicole Hernandez?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I don't have anybody that's just labeled as Nicole Hernandez. Are you Giselle Nicole Hernandez Zaldivar?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Do you need a translator?
Yes, please.
¿Hablas español?
Sí.
Yep. Okay. Un momento, por favor.
Gracias.
Did you hand me stuff? This is Ms. Days. Okay. Yeah, trade. Okay. Okay. Kayla Duh.
I'm right here. I'm here.
Yep. Now calling case number 22S00949. This is the State of Michigan versus Kayla Duff. Appearances for the record, please.
Your Honor, Assistant Public Defender Alexis Pluma appearing with and on behalf of Ms. Duff. And Ms. Duff, if you could just state your full name one time for the record.
Yeah, I'm Kayla Duff.
Thank you. Today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter, which I believe is the first one. Okay, so what I have is a citation dated December 17th of 2022 that charges that on or about that date you did operate a motor vehicle on westbound US 12 at or near Wired Road with no insurance. That is a misdemeanor with a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine with court costs, or both. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And I am seeing that due to repeated failures to appear that a bench warrant was reissued for your arrest on October 18th of last year. Attorney Plumai, do you wish to address bond?
Your Honor, I would just ask for a personal recognizance bond on behalf of Ms. Duff based on her appearance here today, as well as the nature of the charge.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Duff. So, because of your appearance here today and basically the other information that I have in the file, I will recall the bench warrant. Your next court date will be May 2nd, 2024. That will be at 9 a.m. I am going to set a $5,000 personal recognizance bond.
Ms.
So,
Duff,
go ahead.
what that means is that you're not being required to pay any money right now to remain out of custody while your case is still pending. But if you don't show up to that May 2nd court date, which will be over Zoom, then a bench warrant may issue for your arrest. And at that point, your bond would start at $5,000.
Okay.
And I can state there are a number of failure to appears here. So if you fail to appear for that May 2nd court date, a bench warrant will issue, and at that time, the court will be much less amenable to recalling the bench warrant. Okay, so appear for that May 2nd court date. Once again, it is over Zoom.
Okay.
Okay. And it looks like you are enrolled in the text message reminders. So you will get a text message to remind you of the court date. If you forget or don't get the paperwork or anything else, you can feel free to reach out to the public defender's office. You can also call the 14B district court. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. Thank you. Then, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. Then in that case, you are free to sign out of Zoom. This hearing is concluded.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Bye.
We've got the translator. Okay. Yes. Okay. You're letting in the. Excellent. Thank you. Hello to the translator.
Hello, Judge, I'm ready to assist you.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So, first, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that you will translate from English to Spanish and from Spanish to English to the best of your ability in these proceedings today?
I do.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Now calling case number 24S 00060. This is the state of Michigan versus Giselle Nicole Hernandez Zaldivar.
Llamamos al caso 24S00060, el estado de Michigan contra Giselle Nicole Hernández Zaldívar.
Please state your names for the record, starting with the attorney.
Por favor, digan sus nombres para el récord, iniciando con la abogada.
Your Honor, Assistant Public Defender Alexis Plumay appearing with and on behalf of Ms. Hernandez Zaldivar.
Su señoría, defensora asistente pública Alexis Plumay, compareciendo con y a nombre de la señorita Hernández Zaldívar.
And Ms. Hernandez Zaldivar, please state your name for the record.
Y señorita Hernández Zaldívar, por favor, diga su nombre para el récord.
Mi nombre es Giselle Nicole Hernández Zaldivar.
I am Giselle Nicole Hernandez Zaldívar.
Gracias. Today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter.
Hoy es la fecha y hora establecida para la lectura de cargos en este caso.
What I have is a misdemeanor complaint that charges that on or about July 12th of 2023.
Lo que tengo es un cargo de un delito menor que indica cargos de que el día 12 de julio del 2023
that you did give to a peace officer false, forged, fictitious, or misleading verbal or written information identifying you as a different person.
Indica que en esa fecha usted mintió a un oficial o le dio información incorrecta o le hizo creer datos incorrectos, ya sea de manera verbal o escrita, indicando, le proporcionó información incorrecta para identificarla.
This is otherwise known as operating a motor vehicle with a false ID.
Esto también se conoce como operar un vehículo automotor con una identificación falsa.
Do you understand that charge?
¿Entiende ese cargo?
No lo entiendo porque fue verbalmente. Nunca mostré un ID falso, ni el verdadero.
I don't understand because I never showed it was verbal, but I never showed an ID card, neither false nor the real one.
Okay, so at this time, I need you to just answer yes or no as to whether you understand. I am not asking if you agree with the charge.
En este momento nada más necesito que me conteste sí o no. Le estoy preguntando si entiende el cargo. No le estoy preguntando si usted está de acuerdo con él, solo si lo entiende, sí o no.
Sí.
Yes.
And I should note that you have the following basic rights. You have the right to remain silent, as anything you say in court can be used, or anything that you say, whether orally or in writing, can be used against you in court.
Estos son sus derechos básicos. Usted tiene el derecho a permanecer en silencio porque cualquier información que usted diga verbal, oralmente o por escrito puede usarse en su contra.
You have the right to be presumed innocent beyond a reasonable doubt.
Usted tiene el derecho a que se le presuma inocente más allá de la duda razonable.
You have the right to a trial by judge or by jury.
También tiene derecho a que se le haga un juicio por juez o jurado.
And you have the right to be represented by an attorney, which is why the public defender is here.
Y tiene el derecho a ser representada por un abogado. Ese es el motivo por el cual la defensora pública está aquí presente.
Do you understand those rights and do you have any questions about them?
¿Entiende usted estos derechos y tiene preguntas sobre estos derechos?
Los entiendo, no pregunto.
I understand, no questions.
Okay. So I am going to ask again if you understand count 1 of operating with a false ID.
De nuevo le voy a preguntar entonces si usted entiende el cargo número 1 de operar un vehículo con identificación falsa.
Sí.
Yes.
That is a misdemeanor with a maximum penalty of up to 90 days in jail, a $100 fine with court costs, or both. Do you understand that potential penalty?
Esto se trata de un delito menor castigable con hasta un máximo de 90 días en la cárcel y $100 más costos del tribunal o ambas cosas. ¿Entiende usted los posibles castigos de este cargo?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Count 2 alleges that you did drive a motor vehicle on South Ford Boulevard and E-Course Road without a valid operator's license.
Sí, el cargo número 2 alega que usted condujo un vehículo en el Sur F Boulevard y también la E-Course Road sin licencia.
Do you understand that charge?
¿Entiende este cargo?
Sí.
Yes.
And that is also a misdemeanor with a maximum penalty of up to 90 days in jail, a $100 fine with court costs, or both. Do you understand that?
Este es un delito menor castigable con hasta un máximo de 90 días en la cárcel, una multa de $100 más de los costos del tribunal o ambos. ¿Entiende esto?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. And I am going to ask you to please hold the camera still. The moving around is very distracting.
Le voy a pedir que por favor mantenga la cámara sin moverse porque si se está moviendo eso nos distrae mucho.
Thank you. Attorney Plumey, do you wish to address bond?
Abogada Plumey, ¿usted desea referirse a la fianza?
Yes, Your Honor. With regards to bond, I would request a personal recognizance bond on behalf of Ms. Hernandez Saldivar based on her appearance here today, as well as the nature of the charges.
Sí, su señoría, el día de hoy vamos a solicitar una fianza de reconocimiento personal con base en que la señora Hernández Saldivar está aquí presente y debido a la naturaleza de los cargos.
Your pre-trial is being set for May 2nd, 2024. That will be at 9 a.m. over Zoom before Judge Washington.
Su audiencia preliminar se establece para el día 2 de mayo del 2024 a las 9 a.m. por Zoom ante la juez Washington.
And the court will set bond with the following conditions.
Y el tribunal le va a otorgar la fianza con las siguientes condiciones.
You are to report to community corrections within 24 hours for drug and alcohol testing.
usted debe de reportarse ante la correccional comunitaria en un plazo no mayor de 24 horas para que le hagan prueba de droga y alcohol.
Do you have a photo ID at all?
¿Tiene una identificación con foto usted?
Sí.
Yes.
Then you will need to take that with you along with $12.
Entonces, tiene que llevar esa identificación y $12.
The address is 4101 Washtenaw Avenue.
La dirección es 4101 de la avenida Washtenaw.
And the building has a sign on it that says Re-Entry Center.
I do apologize. Re-entry.
Yes.
Ajá. Y ahí el edificio tiene un anuncio, está señalado como centro de reingreso, es decir, Re-enter Center.
You are not to use or possess alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs.
No puede usar ni tener en su posesión alcohol, ni drogas ilegales, ni marihuana.
You are not to leave the state of Michigan without the court's permission.
No puede salir del estado de Michigan sin el permiso del tribunal.
You are not to engage in any sort of criminal activity.
No debe de participar en ningún tipo de actividad criminal.
And you are to appear for all dates set for you by the court. That includes the May 2nd court date. It also includes going to community corrections.
Y usted debe presentarse a todas las fechas establecidas por el tribunal. Eso incluye la fecha del 2 de mayo y también incluye el presentarse a el centro de correccional comunitario.
At this time, the court will set a personal recognizance bond.
En este momento, el tribunal está estableciendo una fianza de reconocimiento personal.
Do you have any questions about those conditions?
¿Tiene alguna pregunta con respecto a estas condiciones?
No.
No.
Okay, thank you. And I should note for your information, you have a warrant out of the 14A2 District Court.
Y también debo de informarle que usted tiene una advertencia, una orden emitida desde el 14A2, que es el Tribunal de Distrito.
If you don't have any questions for the court, and Attorney Plumai, if you don't have anything else, then you are free to sign out of Zoom.
Si usted no tiene ninguna pregunta para el tribunal y abogada Plumey, si tampoco tiene nada más que agregar, pueden retirarse de la sesión.
Ok, gracias.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, this hearing is concluded. You are free to leave. Okay.
Is that all for the interpreter, Your Honor?
I believe it is, yes, thank you.
Thank you for freezing our services. Have a good rest of the day.
Okay, thank you, you too. Now calling case number 21S00485. This is the State of Michigan versus Latanya Hall. Appearances for the record. starting with Attorney Plumai.
Your Honor, Assistant Public Defender Alexis Plumai appearing with and on behalf of Ms. Hall. And Ms. Hall, if you could just unmute and state your full name.
You need to unmute Ms. Hall.
It's Latanya Hall.
Thank you. So today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. What I am seeing is a violation of probation. Attorney Plumai, do you wish me to go into more detail?
Yes, Your Honor, if you could read the violation.
So the violation that I have is, actually, let me see.
No.
So I have a couple of them. So it appears, first of all, that the warrant was issued on February 9th. These violation reports are both dated in February. One is dated February 13th. One is dated February 29th. They appear to be largely the same. So on August 25th of last year, Ms. Hall was placed on a scram tether. On January 26th, 2024 at 9:21 p.m., a tamper was detected by the scram bracelet that lasted until January 17th at 10:41 a.m. The total duration of the tamper was 13 hours and 20 minutes. Alcohol was detected during the tamper. And on February 5th, 2024 at 7:43 a.m., a tamper was detected that lasted until February 5th at 7:55 p.m. So the total duration there was 12 hours and 12 minutes. And again, alcohol was detected during the tamper. So that is the basis of the violation of probation. And you may address bond.
Thank you, Your Honor. I am going to request a personal bond on Ms. Hall's behalf, based on her appearance here today and her willingness to address this. I would like to have her speak to her assigned attorney before a violation hearing, as I'm not sure if she disputes the violation or not. However, based on her appearance here today, and I do believe she does still have that scram tether on, I would request a personal bond for her.
Okay, thank you. Please. Okay. The court is setting your violation of probation hearing for April 4th. Okay, that will be at 10 a.m. Actually, yeah. Okay. Correction, that will be at 11 a.m. and that will be in person before Judge Washington. And at this time, per the order of the judge, the warrant is not being recalled. Bond is denied at this time. So again, that hearing is going to be April 4th. That is next Thursday at 11 a.m. in person at the 14B District Court. And at that time, Judge Washington may decide to alter the bond. So, Attorney Plumai, do you have anything else?
Ms. Hall, if you could give our office a call as soon as possible just to discuss the violation with your assigned attorney so that you can address it in front of Judge Washington on Thursday.
Thank you.
If there's nothing further, this hearing is concluded and you are free to sign out of Zoom. Did you let her in? Okay. No. Hmm?
She just left.
And don't kick us off because I have to do all the. Okay. Just reminding. We forget. Okay, Ms. Fitch, are you connected? Okay, you need to connect to audio. Okay, that seems like a good idea. Yeah. Okay, Ms. Fitch, you should be able to hear me now. You are muted, so you will need to unmute.
Yes.
Okay, well,
Okay. Oh my Lord. See, I'm not used to this. I don't know what to do. That's why I got somebody trying to help me. This is my first time ever Zooming.
Okay.
That's
Fine. There isn't a reason, but that's okay. Now calling case number 24T00068. This is Ypsilanti Township versus Joyce Fitch. Appearances for the record, starting with the attorney, please.
Your Honor,
Yes.
Assistant Public Defender Alexis Plume appearing with and on behalf of Ms. Fitch. And Ms. Fitch, if you could just say your full name one more time.
Joyce Fitch.
Okay, thank you. Today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. What I have is a misdemeanor complaint that charges that on or about January 7th of 2024, you did operate a motor vehicle on North Ford and Holmes Road. That is a place open to the general public or generally accessible to motor vehicles while under the influence of alcohol and or having an alcohol content of 0.17 grams or more per 100 milliliters of blood. This is otherwise known as operating while intoxicated. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, ma'am.
That is a misdemeanor with a maximum penalty of up to 180 days in jail, a $700 fine with court costs or both. Do you understand that potential penalty?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and I should note that that is, I believe because it is, your BAC was 0.17 or more. So, Attorney Plume, actually first, did you have a chance to review an advice of rights form?
No, I haven't did anything. I haven't talked to nobody or nothing.
Okay. You have the following basic rights. You have the right to remain silent because anything you say, whether out loud or in writing, can be used against you in court. You have the right to a trial by judge or by jury. You have the right to be presumed innocent beyond a reasonable doubt. And you have the right to be represented by an attorney during all stages of these court proceedings. That is why Attorney Plume is here. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions about them?
I need a number for the lawyer so I can talk to her.
Okay, yes, and we can get to that once this proceeding is concluded. So, Attorney Plume, do you wish to address bond?
Yes, Your Honor. I would ask for a personal recognizance bond on Ms. Fitch's behalf based on the nature of the charge as well as her appearance here today. And I will just note for Ms. Fitch that it is a general policy within the county to require some kind of substance testing on operating while intoxicated offenses.
Okay. So first, your next court date will be a pretrial conference scheduled for April 24th. That will be at 9 a.m. over Zoom.
Okay, with you?
No, that'll be in front of Judge Washington.
Okay, that's in the Washington.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And now the court will set bond with the following conditions. You are not to use or possess alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. Within the next 24 hours, so by about 4:30 tomorrow afternoon, you are to report to community corrections for drug and alcohol testing. You will need $12 and a photo ID. Community Corrections is located at 4101 Washtenaw Avenue. Do you know where that is?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You are not to leave the state of Michigan without the court's permission. You are not to engage in any sort of criminal activity whatsoever. And you are to appear for any and all dates set for you by the court. So that includes the April 24th court date. That also includes going to community corrections.
Okay. Well, ma'am, I have a marijuana card.
Okay, take that to community corrections with you.
Okay. And I'm on medicine and stuff.
Okay, anything that you might be on, bring documentation of it with you to community corrections so that they can note it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. The court will set a personal recognizance bond. in this matter. So, Attorney Plumai, do you have anything else?
No, or actually, Ms. Fitch, do you want to take down our phone number right now?
Yes,
It is 734
734
222
222
6970.
6970.
And if you call that number and give them your name, they'll put you in touch with your assigned attorney.
Okay.
Okay. Then, Ms. Fitch, if you don't have any other questions, this hearing is concluded and you are free to sign out of Zoom.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
You sign out.
Okay.
Close it out. Just gotta turn it off.
Okay. Attorney Plumai, I am going to call the failure to appears at this point. So if you want to head out, you are free to do so.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. See you tomorrow, I'm sure. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Good, because she's gone already. Then let me mute for a second. Okay. So at this time, the court is going to call the failure to appears. So the following defendants have failed to appear and should reach out to the 14B District Court as soon as possible because bench warrants may issue for their failure to appear if they have not already. So 2400044 State of Michigan versus Ernest Gardner. 1700891 State of Michigan versus Latasha Williams. 17W004702B and A, that is Jason Harrington. 18W006772, 18W001282, Tierra Monroe. 18W003692, Star Marua, MORUA. 18S330200B and 15W005348, that is Kimberly Niemeyer. 16W01173, 19W002288A and B, Christina Norman. 21W00278 and 23W003362, Jawand Richards. 24W000161A and B, 21W003168B and C, and 22W003877R, that is Xavier Ruffin. 18W006442 and 18W004485, Logan Stubbings. 202535, Charles Taylor. 18W000516A, 23W003510, that is Brian Malik Walker. 98S 373062, Tyrone Williams. 19W010148A, 16W006610A, 17W002967A, 18W002047, and 19W000535, DeAndre Wilson. And 22W004900B, Ernesto Zuniga Alvarez. Once again, those are all cases where the defendants did fail to appear, and they should reach out to the 14D District Court as soon as possible, as bench warrants may issue if they have